Whether you're a die-hard fan or just looking for a good laugh, this monthly series promises to deliver the unexpected with a dash of humor. Tune in as Lance and BT dissect the what the fuck moments that make MMA and pro wrestling the exciting spectacles they are. It's time to let loose and embrace the madness with the WTF News Desk, where Lance and BT bring you the 10 strangest and most fun topics each month, leaving you entertained, amused, and eagerly awaiting the next episode.
All right. We're live from 304 Studios in Jonesboro, Arkansas. This is an stspod.club production. All right, I'm BT, and that guy over there, even though he's saying he's a goober, Chris Curtis or whatever. By the way, we're loose today. Me and Lance are loose for WTF because look at his cap. Yep. If he can't wear a cap right, I can't wear a cap right. So there we go. All right, just let everybody know, no truth to the rumor that Lance passed cake around at the freak-off parties at P. Diddy's. He did not do that. He was not at those parties because you know why we know he was not at those parties? Because we don't do baby oil. We do spunk lube. You see, go ahead, give it to him, Lance. Put finger spunk lube.
Right there it is.
He fingered it.
There it is.
He's from Chicago, the home of the Chicago Sky. Well, let me say, they actually lost their last game in September and was eliminated from the playoffs. Yep. Good luck next year, girls. Can I still call them girls? I guess I can. They finished, Lance, with a 13-27 record.
Ouch.
And I know this is going to surprise you, and you probably already know it, but they fired their head coach.
Yep.
He's the snark of excellence, my partner in crime, your friend and mine. Well, sometimes. He is Lance Levine, and we are the two tastiest treats in podcasting.
Snacks or treats?
Shit.
Always mess that one up. All right, so you know where we're at. It's October. It's Rocktober, as it were. So we're in the Skittles Shriekers studios. You know what Skittles Shriekers are?
I have no idea.
It's
you have to
not something that happens with you and the wife. It is
a streaker.
Like Shrieker. No, Shriekers.
Oh, my bad.
They put a sour one in. You know, they have the regular Skittles flavors, and then they put a sour one in there just to try to catch you, you know. So the Shriekers, it's supposed to scare you and, you know, whatever, because it's Halloween. So,
that's lame.
Yeah, it is. They're actually not even all that sour. So I'm like, whatever. They taste good.
What are we doing for this? By the way, just so you know, it's the 5th annual Rocktober. 5th annual.
I'm pointing to it right there.
There it is right there, Rocktober. And we're doing what?
So it is the Rock and Wrestling Connection. It was an idea that you spawned, my friend. Very good idea. We had actually, I think we talked about it on and off over the years about like there's bands that I've gotten into because of wrestling.
Because of wrestling. And I thought that was really funny because I listened to the first episode that'll be on Tuesday, but I was listening to it as I edit, and you go, I really got into bands just because of the theme songs. I was like, that is so crazy.
Yeah, because that predominantly WWE or WWF had picked bands that I had never heard of to do the theme song. You know, there's always the famous bands too, like they use Ozzy Osbourne and Black Sabbath for a lot of stuff. But there's the bands that I've never heard of, and so it's like such and such song, you know, by so and so is the theme for this year's No Way Out or whatever, you know. So you sent me a list of all these pay-per-views or PLEs, we like to call them because we're insiders.
I still call them pay-per-views.
So, and the lead song from each of those pay-per-views for the last like whatever years. And so I went through the whole list and I had a lot of those albums. And so we're doing a package deal. I'm going to review the album. I don't want to give a spoiler on the first one because it's so humorous as to what the album is. I think
it's going to be awesome.
Yeah. And so I review the album like a regular episode of the Record Store, and then you're going to review the pay-per-view.
I'm going to do it like we did Dynamite, or the way I do Rolling Into Memphis. If you listen to Rolling Into Memphis every week, I do hits, misses, MVP, OMG moment. What else do I do? A must see, and what's a happening. So there we go. That's what I'm going to do for those, and it's just going to be me doing solo. You're going to do solo, and we're going to have 6 episodes for October this year. I'm excited about it.
So 3 of the album reviews on TRS, and then 3 of the pay-per-view reviews by you.
Tuesdays and Thursdays, every Tuesday and Thursday starting next week all the way through. That's what it's going to be.
And it'll be fun.
Yeah, it will be. And you'll always have Rolling Into Memphis on Saturday. So 3 episodes a
busy
week.
Month. Busy month.
October is, but November and December we do light months, so we're good to go. I'm going to read a text I sent you. So we're going to talk about business here. No, not that one. Look.
Trouble for something here. I'm always in trouble for something. Get ready.
No. I sent this text to you. I said, I'm not sure. This is about business. I'm not sure what's going on.
Oh, yeah.
But I think we got to mention somewhere or something. By the way, if you heard us on a big podcast, let us know, because I've not figured this one out yet. We had our biggest day ever for audio plays. I said ever. And then I said it's crazy. We actually had more plays today, which would have been September the 27th, than we had all of 2017, our first year. And yes, we had the biggest month ever. It was over double of a normal plays, or double the record, by the way. The last 3 months has been the biggest 3 months ever of just audio. I'm talking about audio plays, because I was going to say September and October was huge for us last year, mainly due to we had some videos going viral. So the audio play, the total number is not as much, but these audio plays they're just crazy. They're just nuts audio plays. I don't know what happened. So sometimes I'm able to explain it, like we were on the mentioned on the Jeff Jarrett podcast one time. Yeah. We were at Starcast. We had a big couple weekends and stuff like that. And I noticed also these cons that I went to, the wrestling cons, when I gave out a bunch of cards, and we had some, pops during the next week for that. Top 3 episodes in September. CWN, Cassette Wrestling News, Chris Cruz, episode 870. Number 2, Crispy Cruz, or what do we like to call him? What is Cranky Cruz? That's what he is, Cranky Chris Cruz. I sent Chris a message, and it gave the full details, and Chris said, "What is this?" And so I sent him back a message, and I told him what it was, and he was like, "Wow, that's crazy." So that's the only response.
A man of few words.
Yes. Number 2 was WTF 868, episode 868, and episode number 1. This don't really surprise me, but it was Cassette Wrestling News. Jerry Lawler, BT's a piece of shiznit. So there you go.
Fat piece of shit, wasn't it?
Fat piece of shit.
Fat piece of shit. That's right.
All right, Lance. Man, let's go. Let's do something different on number 10. How about step matches?
So, shouldn't we tell them what we're doing? This is the WTF News Desk.
Tell them. Yeah.
So it's the WTF News Desk here, September of 2024. We're covering, and as you just kind of gave away the start. We start with the stipulation match. I don't know where BT went. He just vanished. But we start with the stipulation match. This time coming from Japan, believe it or not, coming from Japan. It was DDT's Takeshi Masada Local Triumph Dramatic Infinity 2024 show.
Oh, yeah, baby.
The old DDTTMLTWI show. That's right. So it was from Osaka with a 253-person sellout. So good for them. 253 people. You could fit that in your broom closet at the mansion over there, I think. So we had
304 Studios, baby.
Yeah, there you go. So Don Shaco Dino, our favorite guy. So he teamed up with Kaz Hirata and Kaz Sumi. So apparently it was a couple of Kazes. So they should have gotten Frankie Kazarian in there too. So it was Don Shaco Dino and a couple of Kazes beating Toru Owashi, Keigo Nakamura, and Ilusion. I believe he might be a luchador. So Iwashi submitted because Dino's ass smelled so bad. That was the finish of the match was Dino's ass, which they affectionately call Hell's Gate, which I think is pretty funny. I think no, I'm not going to talk about.
Oh, I love this.
His ass smelled so bad, and he said it was because he ate gyoza, which are dumplings, like Japanese dumplings, with extra garlic.
They do make me gassy, by the way. Those
if you eat a lot of garlic, it's bad breath. I don't think you.
I mean,
are you farting really bad too?
Yeah.
All right. So, and because of that, Dino's team won the match. Dino wins a briefcase for a fucking title shot. I'm like, because you ate all that garlic and your ass stank so bad, you get a briefcase. Not fair. So anyway, and then Don Shaco Dino makes news also in September. He creates something called the Birmingham Rules match, which sounds like something that you and the wife might do on the weekends. Birmingham Rules, baby. So the Birmingham Rules match, you may ask, what is that? What are the rules?
What is that, Lance?
There you go. So the match can only end if the opponent who is being pinned is wearing a thong. So basically, Don Shaco Dino has to strip the other guy down to make sure he has a thong on, and then he can pin him. Because otherwise, the pinfall don't count. Or the submission, probably a submission. That's what I'm saying. So he has to be wearing a thong. So why that is Birmingham Rules, I have no idea. So shout out to our friends in Birmingham. That might be where the listening audience came from. Who knows?
There we go. Shout out to, well, he's not in Birmingham, but shout out to my buddy Lowen. And shout out to Gene Jackson, both of them in Alabama. My best friend, Gene
J.D.
Jackson.
McCabe is down that way somewhere too, isn't he?
He's in Mississippi.
Oh, same thing. All right, so number 9.
Hold on.
Oh,
Let
we
me
got
see.
more?
Let me think about this because I might want to.
Hell's Gate.
Hell's Gate.
Let's keep your Hell's Gate shut during this recording,
Ooh,
please.
Man, I tell you what, I've had Hell's Gate this week. I made dirty rice meal prep, and let me say, just feel sorry for the wife. I had a Hell's Gate at my house. So.
Hell's Gate.
All right, number 9.
All right, number 9 is the wonderful world of matrimony. So last month, I didn't feel comfortable talking about the Nikki Bella situation. Now it got weird. So now we can bring it up because I think it got weird. So now Nikki Bella's estranged husband, and I'm going to struggle with this, and you would too. Artem Chigvintsev is the name.
We call him Vinny.
Chig. I thought we called him Chig. I think we should call him Chig. So anyway, Chigvintsev is claiming that she was the aggressor in the battle that they had. And he's the one who contacted the police. So he says that when they allegedly fought, he wants an order of protection. He needs a protection order. He shows some pictures online. I swear, I've seen paper cuts and pimples that are worse than the injuries that he allegedly sustained. He wants spousal support. So the battle began because he accused Nikki Bella of making their son Mateo a picky eater. And then Nikki countered, saying that he improperly toasted Mateo's muffin. And now I'm just reading all this shit. I'm like, I believe both of those sides. I think they're both true. She made him a picky eater, and this Chig toasted the muffin bad. I think that's how, it's all believable for me. Then
I got my muffin toasted wrong one time. Damn, it hurt.
That led to Hell's Gate, I think, is what that.
Yeah.
So then Chig got dumped from Dancing with the Stars. And so that's where we stand right now with this whole thing. It's a very ugly situation. Like I said, I didn't feel comfortable talking about it last month, but the whole thing with the fucking muffin being burnt or whatever made it weird to me. So we have to bring it in. So then the other world of matrimony that we have to talk about is all in capital letters, of course, because this is what Ric Flair does. Ric Flair announces that he and maybe or maybe not wife Wendy Barlow, or Fifi the maid, have parted ways. So on September 23rd, Flair reveals the end of their 13-year, maybe it was a marriage, maybe they were just together, who knows?
We don't know for sure, but they're saying divorce. They're getting a divorce is what everybody says.
So, and then Flair with the fucking capitalizing the first letter in every word on everything he posts.
God.
Why? Why does he do it?
All right, so I'm going to bitch about Meltzer now. When Meltzer quotes Ric Flair, he does the same thing.
Yeah. Well, he probably just cuts and pastes.
Yeah, but man, come on.
Why does he do it? It's like, for me to capitalize the words in the middle of a sentence, you got to you have to make it it's just too much work. It's crazy. So anyway, Flair says they're both too busy with projects. And I'm like, huh? So she's nobody. Maybe she did have something of a tennis career that Meltzer informed us of. He's 75. What fucking projects does he have? His number one project.
Leave him alone.
His number one project should be not crapping his pants at 75. That's what I'm going to say. No incidents. That's what we want. So The Wonderful World of Matrimony at number 9.
Just crazy stuff with, here's this thing with Flair that shocked me was that he was married. I didn't even know he had I knew he always came to the, places with a woman, and I figured, well, it's just somebody he's bringing, blah, blah, blah. And then they said he was getting a divorce. And then, like I said, Meltzer had to put exactly what he said, just like he said.
With all capital.
It drives me crazy.
It's so weird. It doesn't drive me crazy. It's just bizarre and unnecessary. So, all right, at number 8 this month in Logan Paul news.
Okay, hold on. We're going to do the Hogan one first, and I'm going to let people listen to it.
Okay.
Hold on just a second. And this is pathetic, by the way.
Yeah, for sure. It's so awkward.
Can you hear it?
Yeah. The business is a shoot.
All right, hold on.
I don't know if
but you got to realize, bro, this is not a work. Okay, this is a shoot.
What?
The business.
What?
Everybody's going to tell you it's a work. It's not a work.
What do you mean?
What?
The business is a shoot.
I don't know if I.
If I wrestle you right now, and Vince pays you $1 million, and he pays me $5 million, is that a work or a shoot?
I don't know. I don't think I know the terms.
Let him explain it. Oh, you don't know the terms?
What is a shoot? What is shoot? I know a work. What is a shoot?
Come on, you bullshit me. You bullshit me.
So it's Logan Paul hosting Hulk Hogan on his podcast. They're talking about works and shoots, brother. So Logan Paul seems clueless. If you didn't see the clip, he just seems clueless. And then Hogan gets confused. My head hurts from the whole awkwardness of all of it. So Hogan says the business is a shoot, not a work, that's also weird.
That's
for him
wrong.
To be saying that.
I understand what he's saying. I understand what he's saying. It's a little confusing, but the idea is that I'm not even going to go into it. It's just so stupid. So
it's so weird. And then the fact that Paul just seems so clueless about the whole thing. It's
you think Logan Paul knows what kayfabe means? I bet he don't. I bet he don't.
I don't.
And
think
they all
does.
laugh at him too, back behind his behind his back. They'll go, he don't even know what kayfabe means.
The whole thing was just so awkward. It was like something out of was there a character on Welcome Back, Kotter or something that was like, huh? The what? Like stupid character.
I guess that was John Travolta, wasn't it? He was really
might have been. So I just remember there was some character on there that was really dumb and didn't get it. Yeah. That's how Logan Paul came across. So then the second thing in Logan Paul news is ESPN names its most influential people in wrestling. Now I looked to see if it was a big list because I figured, they probably have a top 10, top 20, whatever. Apparently it was only 5 people. So the first 4, I'm on board. Nick Khan, number 1. Number 2 is H3, as we like to call him. It is the H3 era. I don't know if you're aware of that.
It is.
Number 3 was The Rock, or as I like to call him, Dwayne, because we're insiders. Number 4 was TK, Tony Khan. He's still around. And number 5, most influential person in wrestling is Logan Paul. I'm like, what? I mean, I think I get it. Do you have a theory as to why they?
I do. I get the theory because he has
the media, social
27 million on one social media.
Yeah.
He has 6 million on another. That was Twitter. 27 million is Instagram, and he has 20, where he started his career at. On YouTube, he has 23 million followers. So he has over 50 million followers.
Yeah, so he's popular and he brings a lot of eyes to the product. At least that's what the thought was, but behind getting him. So he's number 5. So I'm like, there's got to be some people that are more influential than him. So I just
wait. I came up with one after you texted me. I came up with Rocky Romero.
Oh yeah, he is for sure. Yeah, Asukar. So no, I mean, there's got to be some VIPs at TKO, that are a part of UFC and WWE. Some of them, Shad Khan, who financed AEW altogether, Mina Shirakawa, for fuck's sake, she's got to be ahead of Logan Paul. There you go.
No, she's not. She's not even close to Logan Paul.
I was waiting for you to pick up on that
Oh,
one. I thought I could slip that one
it's
past. I thought I could
horrible.
slip that one past with the Shad Khan one. So, all right, at number 7.
Hold on.
Oh, we got
Hold
more.
on.
Oh,
I've got
news.
something
There's
for
big
that.
news.
Hold
Right.
on.
Shit.
Oh God, I'm sick at my. You made me sick at my stomach.
Hell's Gate. Hell's Gate is open.
I can't even find it. I wanted to cuss.
Venus Shirakawa, number 5.
All right, so you know what time it is, Lance. You know
Yep.
what time it
Hell's
is.
Gate.
Yep. Here we go. You ready?
I'm bracing myself.
All right.
Getting
Here
the
we go.
drumsticks just in case.
Here we go.
I like the
255 days. If you're not watching this, well, you're missing out because I used the poop icon, which is the most childish icon you could use or emoji, and Lance likes to use it at least once
All
or
the
twice
time.
a week. 12 years.
A day.
255 days, bitches.
At this point, we're closing in on a year. Since
And if you stick around and you paid for Patreon,
Yeah.
I will give you an almost incident story. So remind me of that.
Brian has not shit his pants in, what was it, 255 days?
255 days.
So there has been no Hell's Gate accidents.
Not at all.
In this whole year. So good for you. I'm proud of you, man. And why is it called the poop emoji? Why isn't it called the shit emoji? Everybody always refers to it as the poop emoji.
Because most people aren't vulgar like you, Lance.
Oh,
You have to say shit. Well, you want kids to run around going, that's a shit emoji.
That's right. That's what I want.
6-year-olds. Well, that's a shit emoji.
Yep. So, hey, that's the Danhausen demographic. All right. So at number 7, can we proceed?
Yeah, let's go.
All right. So we got the crime blotter. So we got Rich Swann, we got Mystices, and we got Kevin Foote. The Kevin Foote lawsuit takes another turn. So on September 4th, Rich Homie Swann, as they like to call him on TNA, pleads no contest for the public intoxication charge that we talked about last time. The court finds him guilty. They fine him $203. Now, how they came up with $203, I have no idea. Is that how many days since you've shit your pants? Maybe there's a connection there.
No, 255.
Right, 255. And he got 6 months probation. Of course, this is a story last month where we talked about where he did this is my house. He was allegedly not drunk, but he pleads no contest. So anyway, we're still sending our best to Sue Young, by the way. No comments on that. And there is an Amber Alert issued for the son of former AAA wrestler Kira. She alleges that her son was kidnapped by his father, who is Mr. Z's Jr. from the hospital. So she says that Mr. Z's never visits her son, and that he says he found the kid neglected, and that she leaves to go on drug binges and leaves the kid alone. So just a really ugly story there. Whatever side of it is true, if both sides of it are probably somewhat true. And then finally, our guy Kevin Foote, or as you like to call him, Kevin Kelly, I believe.
Oh, yeah.
So he's on the House of Kayfabe podcast. He rebuts the Jim Ross comment, calling his lawsuit against AEW a frivolous lawsuit. So he says, well, let me tell you something, Bula Bula. This is not a frivolous lawsuit. Bula Bula makes it for me because he's ripping on JR.
Bula Bula. I'm on Kevin's
Bula
side.
Bula.
You try to make this out like it was a joke or something. And so I'm contacted Kevin Kelly and letting him know you're a total cunt about this lawsuit.
So he says that JR is part of the problem. He
is.
He's part of the problem. And he says TK has been paying JR a lot of money for nothing for 5 years. So I love that this is getting really snippy between JR and Kevin Foote. I love it.
I wish you'd quit calling him that.
That's his shoot name. I'm sorry. I like
you.
names.
I think you just try to be like Dave Meltzer. You just try to be like. I want to show this clip real quick.
Start calling you Paul
before you get to this. Before you get to this story, so that we can see what happened.
Number 6.
So give me just a second. Can you see it?
I can see it.
All right. Let's see if you can hear it.
I can hear it.
Now watch this right here. If you're watching this, what? He tried to grab her. But watch.
bam, and then her stepping in.
You know what I hate about that clips? Them fucking horns.
Those horns. John hates those horns too.
Oh, John. Shout out to John. I hate them horns too, John.
So, all right. So at number 6, we have La Hiedra's Culo is basically what we just saw the video of. So the video hits TikTok. It's AAA Luchadora La Hiedra. I don't know her shoot name, so I can't give you that one because she's wearing a mask, so I don't know who it is. Anyway, so she is going into the stands to scrap with a fan. So she posts the video of the fan slapping her culo. So she was on the apron, and then she starts kicking the guy. She like slaps the guy. She's kicking the guy, and then she gets into it with the woman who was with the guy. So I'm like, wait, who the fuck is this woman who's with the guy who slaps the wrestler, the female wrestler, on the ass? I'm like, is everybody drunk here? That's basically it. Everybody's drunk. The woman he's with at the show is okay with his slapping her ass. So she posted everywhere because she wants everybody to know that she was not the instigator in this whole thing. So just a weird clip from our friends south of the border at number 6.
Crazy. I don't know what the hell is going on there. You do have that those people that will grab the wrestlers or whatever as they're going to the ring. We've all heard, everything about that before, but it's crazy to see it actually happen.
Yeah, especially, shows where there's no barricades and stuff. Like, you got to imagine there's going to be some drunks that are going to act stupid. And
right.
Obviously, that's what happened.
All right, guys, stick with us. We're fixing to do a commercial break. And if you're here on this Thursday afternoon watching WTF, if we go an hour, you won't get it, but we'll go up to an hour on the live stream. But I got a couple of commercials I want you to listen to first.
Pink.
Sleazy Wrestling and the Arkansas Rice Festival proudly presents Wrestling at the Rice Festival 2. It's at the 48th Annual Arkansas Rice Festival in Weiner, Arkansas. That's October the 12th at 1 p.m. bell time for a for-free show. Yes, that's right, it's for free. Featuring main event Bradley, Lucha Libre legend Santa Chiva, Memphis Wrestling legend Derek King, the Memphis Wrestling Heritage Champion Aaron Roberts, Walker 13, Sleazeball family, and many more. It's a packed card with talent you won't see all together anywhere else but right there at the Rice Festival. Not only that, you have pro wrestling at, 1 p.m., but you also have a full carnival, a car show, a rice tasting contest, some of the best rice right here in Arkansas, karaoke, vendors, games, and more, all for free. Come on out for a day of fun in Sleazy E Wrestling's last show for 2024. Be there October 12th, Weiner, Arkansas, 1 p.m. bell time for a free show.
Don't miss Memphis Wrestling Live. This Saturday, October 12th, watch AEW Wrestle Dream with us at Dave & Buster's. It's free. Sunday, October 27th, WWE Hall of Famer Mr. USA Tony Atlas is coming to Memphis Wrestling, plus former WWF superstar Tugboat. Sunday, November 17th, boxing legend Butterbean is coming to Memphis Wrestling. Saturday, November 30th, don't miss Memphis Wrestling's Stars of Tomorrow featuring Wrestle Center coach Jonathan Gresham. All tickets are on sale now. Get yours right now at memphiswrestling.tv.
All right, back from commercial, and it's time for halftime.
I always break my neck during that edit.
All right, we're halftime today. I told you I wanted to talk about the finishes of Bad Blood. I was thinking of something as we were texting, and I told you how I really liked. We both liked the show. I always like WWE more than you do, And you always like AEW more than I do. That's just
No.
Yes, you do.
Nah.
I can't even watch it. Do you know that I just found out, like, yesterday or the day before, the whole thing about the hypodermic needle? I had no idea what they were talking about. Had no idea. I saw it on. I was like, "What is that?" Because I just try to stay away from it.
It was so bad.
So the Bad Bloods. Here's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
So we both like all. Not only did I like the matches, I hate to
Bailey
say
and Nia.
no, I don't.
No.
I mean, I like looking at their asses, but that's it. Bad Bloods, the finishes were all like, they made sense to me. That's what I liked about them, that they made sense, that they finished, either they finished or started another story.
Mm-hmm.
They all meant something. And I think, and we've talked about this, it's all about the story for me and the finish. It really doesn't, the matches don't have to be 5-star per se. Like, for instance, you said 3 stars on Liv Morgan and Rhea Ripley. I gave it a thumbs up, which usually means it's close to 4 stars. But it was just, I enjoyed the match so much. And with the stuff that Dom did.
Falling out of the cage, yeah.
Man, it was scary as hell.
Well
and
done.
I was thinking about just having such a good time in 3 hours and enjoying WWE so much now. And it's got a lot to do, like I said, either you got a good storyline, but then you got a good finish at the end of every match.
Yep. I'm they're going to obviously move Rhea on to Raquel Rodriguez, who, that was the weirdest outfit. We talked about that too. She's just a weird bird. I don't know, something there. But that made finish. You're right. That made sense rather. The Hell in the Cell, we both said ahead of time, we predicted Punk, that's how they're going to finish the feud. Honestly, I think feud of the year, those two guys. Just
very much
excellent matches. I know you don't watch AEW, but Swerve and Hangman has been a great feud too. Even with the hypodermic needle, which was stupid. But the Hell in a Cell match was fantastic, great, and they both bled buckets on that. So apparently the ban on the blade is gone because they both hit gushers in that match. And the main event, Rock coming out at the end and not doing anything, just came out and raised the eyebrow, and that was
he
it.
was the Rock. That's what he was. I absolutely loved it. I marked out big time. I was like, oh shit, real loud, because I had expected a video, is what I was told that he was going to do. And that he was going to be there and be doing a video, but just awesome.
Are they going to go to Gunther and Goldberg, you think?
I don't know. I love Goldberg. I know everyone hates him. The internet wrestling community is supposed to hate Goldberg, but I'm a big, huge Goldberg. WWE to me is, and it's not just me, as you can tell, all the stuff that they're, the crowds and everything, is the hottest it maybe has been. And we talked about this a little bit, but the hottest for me as a viewer since the Stone Cold days, because I was not missing it during Stone Cold's all that stuff that's Stone. So to me, it is that good. And Goldberg, I'm going to tell you one of my favorite, real quick off of Bad Blood, but it was one of my favorite feuds. Was Bronson and Braun. I love those freaking matches. By the way, Braun tore his groin in the last match. Just the thought of that.
Ouch.
But I have really enjoyed that stuff. I just like the WWE. So
you like the big guys. You're a mark for the big
guys. I do like the big guys too. Yeah. Always have.
And the minis. You like the minis too.
I do. All right, here we go. That was halftime. All right, where are we at? 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's get it, Lance.
Number 5 is always smut. It is social media uproar time. This is okay for the kiddos. It's not that kind of smut. So we got Alvarez versus Dave, and we got Killer Kelly in this month's smut. The SmackDown debut on USA had an overrun, which is hilarious to me because it's so controversial. So
it's not controversial.
No, I'm saying with those two guys. with those two guys, it's controversial.
You and Dave Meltzer just made up shit for a Twitter thing.
The bickering co-hosts battle again on September 19th. So Brian Alvarez has a meltdown over this every time, and Dave just calmly says, "Just record the next show." It's like he just calmly says it, and Alvarez is losing his shit. So awards shows and live sports always have overruns. It's easy. You just tape longer, whatever. You tape the next show, like he says. So then WTF star at Chocolatier LL gets involved. So
something that didn't even exist. Y'all make up a story. He said something about that, and this is the worst. Dave needs to get off Twitter. He has killed his journalism thing by saying, "I told you so," or "Let's see what people say." Yeah. And you joined him. You're like the little dog in the background going, "Yep. Hey, Dave, you're right, Dave. I like the way you talk about these people." Since you got a Southern accent, all of a sudden, I sound like
a puppy, like a.
Oh my God! This was so funny to me that he got 36 views for that because no one. It's not anything. It's not a story. It's him and the thing with him and Alvarez.
How they make such a big deal out of it.
But Alvarez is right. Dave he cannot admit when he's wrong about something, and he's right about Alvarez. All he said was NXT ran over, and he said he bets that WWE will tell CW about it, and it will, when it runs over, everybody's going to know it. He said all this time, TK has not told. Think about this. He's not told any of the cable providers about the runovers. He's not said one word about it.
Which is dumb.
So stupid. Yeah. So stupid, but yeah.
NXT will never overrun on CW because that's a regular network. They never, SmackDown never overran on Fox because that's a regular over-the-air network. So they're not going to overrun. They're going to have a hard cut at 10 o'clock or 9 o'clock or wherever it is. So anyway, at Byron Meralda 1 tweets, "I'm talk about the SmackDown he brought up as his counter argument." And Dave corrects him that this is a DVR issue and user error. And that's when at Chocolatier LL jumps in and posts, "One of the highlights of social media is Dave Meltzer roasting the oblivious on a daily basis." That's what you got.
It's horrible. Y'all both are 12 years old. Both of you. He said when AEW got their deal this month, he said, "Told you so." He didn't say that, but that's pretty much what he said. Dave has killed me because of Twitter. I mean, he went at me, which pissed me off. But the main thing is he responds to it. How does he have time to do that when he's doing 20,000 words a month? You're the worst. You come right up behind him, or you send him a message. Dave, what's your favorite food?
Did he call you a fat piece of shit?
Lance
is that why you're upset? Are you
no,
upset?
He didn't call. No, that was way back then.
All right, and
fucking cunt.
Then we also have Killer Kelly. So she was formerly with TNA. I don't know if she's with them or not anymore. But anyway, so Killer Kelly is pregnant. She posts some belly pics, and of course, this brings out all the nut jobs on Twitter. So she fires back that she will expose any human garbage, as she calls them, like at Brandon White _2004, who she names by name. He posts that she is from Portugal, the father is black, and he won't be able to understand the language. So he also adds, "I didn't know you like black guys." He also says, "This girl seriously let a black dude knock her up. How stupid." So of course, there's nothing in the comments back that are anything but supportive of Killer Kelly, but there's one worth reading. This is the one that caught my eye in the responses. So one Matt Nelson 02 in this whole Killer Kelly thread about the black and the racism and shit that is here. So Matt Nelson 02 says, "No, ma'am, it isn't, but I can tell you, Ms. Kelly, that I'm best friends with Velvet Sky. She can tell you how sweet and kind I am." I'm like, what the fuck does that have to do with anything? And Velvet Sky does not even know who you are, my friend. So that was obviously Brandon White. You're a racist piece of crap. So
awesome. I'm glad she called him out. It's just stupid. It's so stupid.
It was awesome. So glad she named the guy. So she is with child from Myron Reed, I believe, is the father. There.
Right. Myron Reed was. I saw him live a couple times when I was in St. Louis. When he first got started, he was actually trained by Elgin. So Michael Elgin, very good worker.
Good workers. He's a good worker, and so is she. I enjoyed her stuff in TNA.
Oh yeah.
Also. So best of luck to those happy kids. So all right. Speaking of racism, at number 4, we got Black Girls Wrestle is a scam. The hell you say? So
why do you say it like that? I think you say it like that because you think all black people do scams.
No. The name of the promotion is BLK Girls with a Z Wrestle. That's BGW, I guess, is the name of the promotion. So turns out it's a scam, I guess, because a show was planned in Daytona Beach on September 28th featuring nothing but black female wrestlers, and the show did not happen. So names that were on the show were Maya World, our friend Casey Lennox, friend of the show, who's been on the show, and Cassandra Golden, one of your performers in Memphis.
With Memphis, yeah.
Yeah. So, and more were advertised. Fans show up at the John H. Dickerson Center, but there is no show. There's nothing set up. There's no show at all. So Maya World tweets out that they were all blocked on social media. There was no communication between the promotion and the girls, the workers. Casey was their champion, which is so bizarre to me because we had her on the show a couple years ago. The girls all compared notes and they all found out that they were all blocked on social media. So many of them lost money. They went there and there was no show to be had. Fans lost money because they bought tickets and there was no show. So Casey online apologizes, says she'll work to get refunds for people. So it turns out the guy behind this whole thing is named Omega Heart. I think that might be a shoot name, Omega Heart.
Omega Heart. Sounds like a work name.
It is a work name. So anyway, there are also claims that this guy is in jail for sexual exploitation of minors. So just a creepy character if that's true. They did actually run a few shows, but gosh, BLK Girls Wrestle as a name, I might be skeptical of that promotion. So apparently, it was because a scam at number 4.
They're black and you're racist. That's why you're skeptical.
I'm skeptical because of the Z in girls.
Everybody can spell words wrong. You can, but everyone else can't. So there you go. You can't even spell junk. You can't even spell Jamie's name. 2 M's.
Pajamas Ward. If you have a promotion like that with that name,
did y'all hear him? He said with that.
With
them.
That name.
He's going to say them.
I'm
people.
not. No, what I'm getting at is that you think that this could be a worked, set up thing because he just wanted to meet black women. I think
that sounds like something you would do right there. So, yeah.
All right. Can we move on, or are we still making false accusations my way? All right. So at number 3, we have Mansoor is an alchemist in Shane O'Mac's bathroom. So MXM Connection or Collection or whatever the fuck they're called, MXM Collection jobber Mansoor is on the RJ City show. He's got his partner Mason Madden on there. I don't like that guy either. You're right.
He's horrible.
Talks about accidentally using Shane's personal bathroom at one of the Saudi Arabia shows. So RJ City says he peed in there, but Madden says no, he pooped. He went to piss, but his pees often become poops. So, and then Mansoor has to chime in and says, once I have dropped a bomb on a toilet of another individual, that is the ultimate expression of dominance. So this was one of the 2019 Saudi Arabia shows. Mansoor thought that the Shane McMahon bathroom was actually the public bathroom for the talent to use. And he also noted that he hates self-flushing toilets. He doesn't like that. That throws him off, throws his game off. So he exits the bathroom after taking a shit. He sees Shane McMahon, who will not shake his hand. No wonder. Go figure. But he says there were no hard feelings between the two of them. So what I want to know is, why did Shane McMahon get his own shitter? Did Stephanie and Linda McMahon get their own shitters as well?
But probably did. Shane's the man. That's why he got his own shitter. There's a lot of he deserved his own shitter, and that guy should have stayed out of it.
I like that his peas turn into poop.
That's
some alchemy shit right there.
I can see where I have to sit down to poop, and then all of a sudden I'm gonna go ahead and pee too. I can see that, but I don't see the whole deal where you're standing there peeing.
Oh shit! I gotta
go.
I
gotta shit. Wait,
I better sit down.
What?
Or do you even bother sitting down at that point? You just
shit.
That's right. Thank you, Buff. our guy. So, all right, at number 2, we have
God.
Tony Atlas strikes again. So, obviously it's a much talked about the Vince McMahon 6-part documentary debuted on Netflix on September 25th. Mixed reviews. I haven't watched any of it. I don't know if you've watched some of it, but
I have.
it reveals to more people the things that we mostly already knew about Vince and the underbelly of WWE. So, but here at WTF, I wanted to make a point. We need to shed some light on the segments with Tony Atlas, Mr. USA, Tony Atlas. He announced that Pat Patterson used to grab my pecker, in his word, not mine, my pecker. When asked why he didn't report it, he laughed and said he'd have been fired. So no word on whether Atlas retaliated by grabbing Pat Patterson's feet. That's what I'm thinking, is he might have grabbed his feet to get back at him. Just a man in 2024 using the word pecker, a grown-ass man, as they like to say, using the word pecker, I found amusing at number 2.
I will say this. I've said this before. This is your show. I just provide content. You write it. But this has got to be the slowest month for you to put Tony Atlas said peckers.
At number 2.
Number
It's not-
2. What?
it's funny.
And you didn't even watch the Netflix. You just watched clips. And how is that a what the fuck?
Because a grown-ass man said pecker. It's
So-
funny when he says it, not when Max Caster says it, I will say.
I know. You're double standard as
Yeah,
usual.
there you go.
Yeah. Or you make jokes about dicks. It's funny.
Not every day. Not
Yeah.
all day, every day. That's Max Caster's entire bit.
Why is that number 2? Give me a reason why.
Because it was pecker. Need the speed.
She is hot. She is hot.
All right, number 1.
All right, number
That's
1.
pathetic.
Nutjob sues WWE again. So a new lawsuit was filed on September 3rd, Yakima, Washington, by Leland Owens. I think we've talked about this guy before, but Leland Owens files suit against WWE, alleging they owe him money on a verbal agreement. He said it was a verbal agreement. So he claims that he gave them ideas. He told Daniel Braun, as he spelled it, not Braun Strowman, but Daniel Braun.
I know. I was real fucking confused on that one.
So he told him as well. He told him his ideas. So he claims that WWE sent Brian or Braun or whatever his name is and Sasha Banks. They told them to send him $100,000 in hush money because Stephanie McMahon had made a comment about Owens' daughter. So I'm like, okay, this guy's a complete nut job. So Owens says his company is called PIE. He also thought of a card and he wanted to call it Stomping Grounds. He gave them that idea. And he also invented cage matches. Go figure. So
What?
Owens, yeah, he invented cage matches. So
Well, they need to give that guy some money now.
$100,000 is what he's looking for. So then he adds more charges on September 16th. He piles on. He says Linda McMahon's role as a senator, his words, was a cover-up on the $100,000 that he's owed. So for the record, Linda McMahon has never been a senator. And then he also adds that Vince and Stephanie McMahon wore disguises to avoid seeing him. So obviously nobody at WWE is responding to any of this bullshit. Most of them no longer even work there. So I think that this is another case for Stephen P. New Bula Bula. I think that Bula Bula should take this case too, just like he took the Kevin Foote case. So this nut job and his lawsuits at number 1 this month.
All right. All right. As everyone knows, number 2. Jesus Christ. Same bad time, same bad channel on the best little wrestling podcast in the business. Be there. And as everyone knows, y'all all know this by now, I love my mama.
I love his mama too, and I have fun everywhere I go. Hi, mama. Or
She
bye,
is
Mama, I guess.
hot. She is
No, I did
hot.
not. No,
She is
no,
hot.
not mama.
Fat piece of
We're not
shit.
putting
The big
that
fat
there.
piece of
Now
shit.
that-
The big fat piece of shit. The big fat